Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to go over how to draw Roblox Doors, and we're going to draw the character Dupe, right? The monster. So let's get started. Easy for beginners, all right? Gonna go over here and start with the eyes. The eyes are really cool. They're shaped, so we're going to draw a line down. Curve here, maybe. We're still on one eye right here. Straight down over here. Maybe curve it up a little bit just to kind of give it a little like flare. And curve over here. Okay. Let's go over here on this side. Up over here. Curve over here on this side. Pull up. And then same thing. We draw a curve right there. Pretty good so far. Gonna go here to the mouth. Alright. Pull down. Curve, pull up, and then we're going to go over here on this side, and we're going to, there's a lot of different ways we could draw the teeth, but let's go over here and curve along the bottom. We can separate them out in a bit here, okay? And then we can draw another line right here for the bottom row of teeth. Whew. All right. Curve line here, down. Curve line here, down. Curve over here, in. So the outside of it is going to be, there's a lot of different shapes, but we're just going to go over with this one. Curve up over here, kind of look like a little bit of like a flame goo kind of thing. Out over here. Curve down, out over here, down, curve around the corner over here, down here, right? So basically think of like tendrils, think of like flames, kind of, and then, so like if I was to redraw that, I might draw that a little bit differently, right? But that's kind of what we're gonna, you know, go with right now. Yours will come up a little different maybe. And I want it to be on the top only. You can put it all over. That can totally happen. But let's just do it on the top. On the bottom here, I'm just going to flatten it out. So the next part's probably the hardest part. I have to fill all this in, which is going to be a lot. I'm going to probably, you know, it's going to hurt my marker, but whatever. But well, first thing Hey, let's take a quick break. And I want to talk to you about something very important. And that is cute drawings. Something you all want to do. And I understand when you're doing some of this stuff, sometimes things don't turn out the way you want, right? Sometimes the head's too big, or the arm's too long, or the line is wobbly, or what do I do here? How big do I make the eyes? I understand all these questions, so I made a guide for you to kind of clear up anything that you have. Pretty much all the questions I got on cute drawings, I answered them all in this guide. It is a 20-page guide entirely on how to turn anything cute. Like, I go over head sizes. Oh, shit. So let me give you an example really fast. So something we talk about a lot is proportion, and that is the most important part of drawing something cute. So what I do is I go over the eyes and how big to make the eyes compared to the head, and that is one way to do it. But 95% of the cute stuff you see everywhere has the exact same formula, and this is it. Another thing I want to talk about is, and then I throw other extras like, you know, expressions and also cool poses you can do. I'm not going to have this book up forever, so get it right now while you can, and it is totally free right now in the description. All you got to do is go down, put your email in and your name, and then you download it. I'm just going to separate the teeth. Right here, I'm just going to draw this like curve, like these U shapes. Don't forget, if you are still watching, hit the like button. Definitely helps out, helps the channel out. You know, it goes out to more people, helps the algorithm. But you are awesome for watching. So we're going to curve over here as well. Now it's like little gravestone shapes. And in between that, we're going to fill in those areas. And you got to make sure you have either good... this is probably a lot easier in pencil, by the way, as opposed to marker. Because marker, if your marker is a little bit... honestly, if you just want to... If you're starting this in marker, maybe you can continue it in colored pencil or crayon or something like that. Or, you know, something that's going to fill it in a lot easier. Because right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to fill this entire shape in, and it might sacrifice my marker. But if you don't want to sacrifice your marker, I'm going to fill this all in. But we're going to talk as we're doing this, okay? If you don't want to sacrifice your marker, You don't have to. You don't have to, okay? So don't feel like you have to do it for this. Plus, make sure you're in a ventilated area if you're using a Sharpie like I am, because it's not really good for you. If you inhale this stuff, it's really bad for your brain or whatever. So it's really bad. So be careful about that. I have a ventilated area, so don't worry. I turn on this little fan next to me as well, so that really helps. But yeah, hopefully you're doing good. I'm gonna fill it in kind of messy because I just want to kind of get it done. But let's talk a little bit about drawing in general, okay? As I'm doing this, you're gonna have to look at my hand for a little bit here. But think about what you like about drawing. So drawing is a lot easier when you enjoy what you're doing. Okay? Like some people just draw and they don't like it. They're not big on it. It can be kind of hard and frustrating. I think they do it because what they really want is this result, like the result of it. Not so much the enjoyment of enjoying your drawing. People are really, like some people are just doing it because it's, I don't know, they want to achieve something. I know for me personally, that's what made me quit art for a while. That I was doing it because I really wanted to get good, for good, like impress other people and just kind of maybe prove other people wrong that I could do something, and maybe prove to myself that I could do something. And that can be great for sure. It can help some people, but some people put way too much pressure on themselves. So when you're putting too much pressure on yourself, it can kind of cause a lot of like you have to have this kind of mentality, and because of that you start to put too much importance into it, and it makes you stiff. It makes you frustrated, and the more frustrated you get, like the slower you'll learn, the slower you'll take in knowledge because you're not enjoying what you're doing anymore. And if that's you, I really encourage you to start training your mind to enjoy the process of drawing for yourself again. Think about what got you into it for the first place. You're like, oh wow, the enjoyment of like, oh that's fun, like the stroke, like stuff like this. You're just enjoying it because it's fun to do it. Like like you're solving a little issue. You're creating this little thing that you did. You're showing a family member something. You find it relaxing in general, just kind of focusing your mind to do it. I encourage you. And if, by the way, if you're listening to this right now and you've got this far, please write it in the comments. What do you enjoy about drawing? Even if you're like, you're frustrated, what do you enjoy about it? I want you to write one thing in the comments, and I'm gonna pick the best one. I'll hit the pin button, and I'm gonna pin the best one. So yeah, let me know. Wow, that is really bad for my marker here. That thing is, whoo. Okay, we're gonna go over a little bit, kind of fill in some of these areas to so it comes out a little bit more focused. Or at the very least, I'm gonna go around the eyes and the mouth to make it more, more easy to read. Right here, just kind of going over here to the obvious patchy areas to kind of fill it in. There we go. Alrighty. And there you go. I want you to stick around, and we're going to do another drawing lesson together. Share the video if you like it, but we're going to go into another drawing lesson. Let's get started into the other one. Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.